Hello everybody, this is Havoc. Welcome to my first game review. This is Anno 2205. You have to pardon for any sloppiness. I've never done a game review before, but we're going to dive right into it. There are some main areas that I want to focus on, both that highlight the game in a positive note, highlight the game in some aspects that I think are not so positive. So jumping right into it, the graphics. We're going to start out with that. The graphics, I believe, are amazing. Let me get out of this rotating camera pan. The graphics are quite stunning for a game like this. The detail is very high. You have people walking on the street. You have people driving in the air. Each of the individual industries all have their own animations, complete with people walking around and doing things. Look at the mines. I mean, that is gorgeous to me. And for me, playing a gorgeous game is very important. Something that is pleasing to the eyes, that really just, says they put some time into it. Including, one thing I want to mention, as weird as this is, I love this waterfall. Check that out. The water is just beautifully well made, and it's fun when you have very nice graphics to build a beautiful city. Not that I'm saying mine's that beautiful, but I built it and I think it looks beautiful. So overall, in terms of design, they did very well. The user interface is pretty simple, it's gorgeous, it's easy to read, and I think they did a really good job with that aspect, and it helps make a fun game to play because it looks good. Alright guys, next up, the economy. This is where things take a little turn for the worse. Anno 2205 is a very complex game. I didn't think it would be, and it didn't seem like it from the get-go, but as I dived deeper and as I played more and more, I found out that it is indeed intense, and not like too hard intense. Micromanaging is a pain in the butt. So take a look at this. You have temperate, Arctic, and lunar resources. Now we'll get into the different regions here in a little bit, but here's what you have to micromanage. So for instance, synth cells, you'll need rejuvenators. You'll need these in the future, whatever. So to build rejuvenators, you need to build some algae. You have algae farms that stick out of the ocean, like here. Then you have to build synth cells in order to harvest that algae. Those synth cells then can be put into rejuvenators. If you build too many rejuvenators, you're going to use up too many synth cells, but you're going to use up too much algae. So, and it goes like that for several things. Luxury food, like this, takes steak and it takes wine. It's too complex. And then you have to import certain resources from the Arctic region, or certain resources from the lunar region into your temperate region, or from temperate region, etc., etc. It just gets too complex. I don't like it. It's too much. I don't want to micromanage. I want a city building game where it can kind of be functional on its own without me constantly having to worry about fulfilling demands, which is what I spend a lot of my time on.
There. Drake's Fortress of Solitude. And I see it's pretty well guarded. Nothing you can't cope with, I hope. Get me to a server access point or something so I can hack into their database. Could be we'll have to find more than one, though.
Oh, we have a visitor. All ships, battle stations. Show them what good hosts we are.
Alright, warfare. You just saw that quick little intro video. I let you see that intro video to let you know that that is just about how every single warfare battle is. I understand that this is not a war simulator. I get it. But when every single one of your missions is either A, hack into this place, do some side missions, or like in the other ones, you destroy some towers in the Arctic, so that way they can start freezing the place again. I get it. but at the same time, you gotta do at least 3 different mission types. You know what I mean? It's just, warfare's fun, I'll give it that. Each of these ships does something on their own, of which I'm not sure, to be completely honest, of what that is. You buy fuel, you can put shields up, you can get certain things like EMP pulse, you can get a support fleet, you can get a missile barrage. There's lots of things that you can do, and you can spend a lot of time on these side missions, but it's just redundant. It's redundant. You get a lot of rare resources, which is the reason why you want to do warfare. But aside from that, it's not engaging enough, I could say. So that's my main beef, is if you're gonna have warfare, it needs to be a decent part. For me, it seems like Anno 2205, they just kind of threw in warfare as a cool little aspect that wasn't super developed, nor is it super intense. You have that Virgil guy who's apparently some lunar terrorist. What he's doing with all of these military bases on Earth, and we don't do anything about it, I don't know. That's another part. It bugs me that this dude just comes along and we just kind of let him be, and every once in a while I'll fight a little battle on a map. The next aspect that Anno 2205 is quote-unquote revolutionary for is their idea of multiple regions within this city building simulation game. So you have your 3 basic regions. You've seen the temperate region, there's the Arctic region, and then there's the lunar region. All 3 have their quirks, all 3 have their certain things that you have to do. In the Arctic, you have to build thermal buildings in order to have people, in order to have houses that will support life. Lunar region, you need to have these meteor defense systems so that buildings won't get blown up. It's a cool aspect. I don't think it was very well thought out. It's more annoying, the different prerequisites, than it is engaging or fun. The last main area that really bugs me, and this is kind of definitely a break for me, is the time that you have to wait sometimes whenever you have to wait for money. So for instance, right now I have a decent amount. I have 360,000 credits, which is it's a decent amount. But for instance, on the lunar region, it costs 7,500 credits to build a house. That's a lot of money, and when you're only making 10,000, I believe that's a minute, 10,000 credits a minute. If you're broke, you're gonna wait a long time, and there's not a whole lot of stuff when you don't have money. There's not a whole lot of stuff you can do in between to pass the time. So for instance, when I had almost no money right after I built my lunar mission, I had to just let the computer run for like a few hours. Just let the game run just so I could build up enough so I wasn't just sitting here doing nothing. And that really was the deal breaker for me. That's not fun. There's no part of me that wants to sit on this game for 6 hours just to wait for money. So that was a big bummer for me, and one thing that I think that they really messed up on, because that just kills it. It kills the fun aspect of the game whenever you have to just sit and you just have to wait. It bugs me. I don't like it. So overall, I think this is a good game. Like I said, I enjoyed playing the game. I enjoy the graphics. I love this day-night cycle that I'm filtering through right now. Those are one of the cool things about the graphics and the feel of the game that are really nice. Overall, though, it's not that great of a simulation game. There's too much to micromanage. The economy tends to get unstable, and you have to spend a lot of time balancing that. There's honestly a lot more things I'd like to do with the game, but I simply can't because I'm worrying about economy. Warfare seemed like a little thrown in afterthought, which I'm a little disappointed with. The multi-region thing is cool, but I don't think was executed properly. And then again, waiting for that money to come along, it bugged me. It sucked. It just didn't really work that well. Overall, I'd give this game probably a 6 out of 10 because it is something that I could come back to and play, and that's important for me. It's important to have a game that has reusability. I could start all over and completely enjoy this. Now that I know the gaming aspects and everything, the interface, the economy, but I'm not going to spend the time and go back and play it all over again because I'm already so far into this one, it's just kind of a buzzkill. So that's my review on Anno 2205, guys. Let me know what you think, if it was too long, if it wasn't long enough, if I should have gone broader or if I should have gone more detailed. Leave any kind of comments for edits. I won't get offended. You could tell me to shove off and I'll just take it. Whatever. That's your opinion. But I would like you to go hit that like button, hit that sub button as well. And that way you can always keep up to date on other videos. I'm going to try to do more game reviews with new games that I get. After I play with them for a little while, I'll then come in and do a review like this. Or if you would like me to, I could do a more written review on everything. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you share it. This is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace.